Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Yathagnir-dahika shaktihi Ramakrishne stita hiya sarva-vidya swarupam tam sharadam pranamamyaham. Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine. Om Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartribhyo Vamsha Rishibhyo Munibhyo Namo Gurubhyaha Adi Gurum Jagadvandyam Lokadhisham Paratparam Navayuga Pravartaram Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Shri Sharadam Vishwamatam Shishyavrandam Cha Shodasham Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Namaste to you all. We are in the, as topic, we are in the war field. Centuries passes, millennia passes, large period of yugas pass, incarnations come. When it is extremely necessity to reset the whole system, order, human order, and the rest of the cosmic, which we cannot understand the purpose of cosmic existence and the laws governing the cosmic existence. God alone knows. We are concerned with our own life and a small country to govern and manage our life in this world. But God, who is managing the whole universe with various planes of existence, various dimensions of existence, various layers of existence, He alone knows what is He doing, what is happening elsewhere at different planes of existence and at cosmic level, which is beyond our understanding. Even what is small things like real joy, real peace, it is beyond our understanding. We know only sense pleasures and sleeping, tamasic tendencies, nothing more. So God comes with two purposes: to redeem the man who is in the world and to manage his vast affairs of the universal level, cosmic level. So when Krishna came, there was inevitable state of war, and behind it was the divine will to reset the dharma. Now when we come to this thing, we see Arjuna is just an instrument to receive this message from the Lord and present to us. We are sitting here because Arjuna received it on behalf of all of us, every one of us, from Lord Krishna's mouth. The God, the supreme existence, coming in human form. And in that, the main purpose of Arjuna was to fight in the war, and the whole episode, as if it is pre-planned, it has to happen, it's happening. And Arjuna is presenting, he wants to run away from the war. I don't want to fight, I don't want to fight. I don't want to kill my own people. how small a man becomes when he sees his own family. Even now you see, we have a small family, 1 or 2 children and husband and wife. The whole world, millions and crores of humans are there. We are not at all concerned. Anything happens to my child, my family, I weep and struggle to protect it. But the whole world is there. Whole global level, you think, how many crores of humans. That each one is holding on to that. Same happens to Arjuna. He forgets the world, he forgets his duties and is giving argument. Now, the argument are not ingenuine or meaningless. It has. When we go through, everything not only looks right, but it is right. But where is applying is wrong. Even right things when applied, key is right. If you have a wrong lock, the key meant for a particular lock, if you go in the right key, wrong lock will not open. That's what Arjuna is trying to do. Look at the arguments he is presenting. We will enter into the 40th shloka. Kulakshaye pranashyanti kuladharma sanatanaha dharme nashte kulam kritsnam adharmo abhivatyuta. What a beautiful expressions you see, how he is doing. Kulakshaya. Kulakshaya, in the previous shloka he tells about the Kulakshaya. The whole Kula, clan is Kula. My whole clan means from ancestors, great grandfather who are alive and who are there, and the whole generation and future generation is called Kula. Clan. It is not race, it is clan. So that whole clan, Kulakshaye pranashyanti kuladharma sanatanaha. When the Kula is destroyed, the Kula dharma, the dharma that was flowing from ancestors' time, Kula dharma, sanatanaha, those also will be destroyed. With the destruction of clan, the sacred traditions, the sanctifying ideals which they were living, the great human values which they were following, all that we call dharma. Each one has a dharma. I am a sannyasi, I have my sannyas dharma. There is a brahmachari, he has brahmacharya dharma, brahmachari's dharma. Vanaprasthas are there, vanaprastha dharma. Grihasthas are there, grihastha dharma. Each one has a, and Kula itself is flowing through it, because in Hinduism, the speciality is it always moves in tune with nature and God. Nature, he is in tune with nature to reach the God. If you are moving simply as nature expects you to live as a human, simply general living, don't harm others, look upon others as yourself, your own, like Holy Mother says, nobody is a stranger here, my child. Everybody is your own. That kind of understanding, these small things, telling the truth, not all this comes when love. We miss all other rules and regulations when we miss love. That mutual love, if it is there, everything beautifully moves. Nobody's fault another sees, because love predominates and love dominates. So that when it is missing, whole thing comes mine, yours. We are here. The love is a thing which sacrifices. Love is Tyaga Swarupa. Premastu Tyaga Swarupa. Love is of Tyaga Swarupa, not receiving or enjoying. So here, these are followed by our ancestors. And that Sanatana Dharma from ancient time is flowing through generations. That is going to be destroyed. If that Kula, whole dynasty is going to be destroyed. If the dynasty falls off, the whole, now you see Surya Vamsha, Chandra Vamsha. Where are they? Where are their ideals? If one person of that Kula remains, he will build up again. But if the whole thing, Kulakshaya, happens, then it cannot, the tradition can no more survive. The Kula Dharma gets destroyed. And Dharmo Nashte, when that Kula Dharma gets destroyed, Kulam Kritsnam, Adharmo Abhivatyuta. When the Kula Dharma is destroyed, Adharma enters into this. How it enters, you see. Dharma is lost, Adharma immediately. If crop is removed, immediately you will see weeds coming up. Huge numbers, because fertilizer, everything is there. Adharma Abhivatyuta. That the unrighteousness, non-religiousness, corruption, all this possesses man, possesses the Kula, possesses the whole, because they are Kshatriyas and Rajadharma. They represent a huge amount of social order and ideal to be lived. King is not something that is just he is living for himself and looking after. No, he presents an ideal how a person must, my country, how they must live. I have to live and show. You see whether it is Rama or Krishna. Krishna never became king. He is kingmaker. And Janaka, all these people, they exemplified. When Adharma Abhivat Krishna, when the Adharma possesses, what will be the Pradushyanti Kulastriya. Kulastriya, the women folk of that Kula get, because the one who protects the Kula is men. Men who are powerful and looking after the whole family, if they are lost, now women become like a doll in the society. And what would be the consequences you see? As we go, we will see what a beautiful argument Arjuna produces. Now, this Kulastriya, Strishu Dushtashu Vanshneya, when women get corrupted, then what will be when they become immoral, then what would be the state of this clan, family and everything? Varshneya Jayate Varna Sankara. Varna Sankara. That is a particular orderly movement, a stream of social structure is going on. This stream, in those days, it was called Varna, not Jati. Varna. Varnashrama. Varna and Ashrama. This Varna applies to Guna and Karma. A person has Guna and Karma. I have my Guna, I have my Karma. The society was divided into 4 classes. Dharma, the one who is managing the whole system. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Now we have the same, these are eternal classes which will not, just like managers and management. When you take government, it is ministers and all these people who are managing. Brahmana, Kshatriya, watch and ward, defense. And the third one is business people. who grow and supply, transfer food materials, this, that, from one place to other place, all these Vaishyas and Shudras, labor class. These will be there eternally in wherever there is an organization, wherever the people live together, wherever, even in our body, physical body, brain is there, Brahmana, the arms and the defense system within. A bacteria enters the body, you can see how they attack. WBC attacks, they immediately is alert. How they fight within the body, defense system is there. Just a skin is protecting from 2000 diseases every moment. This defense system. And then labor you see. And these food material and all taking, digesting, this is Vaishya system. And carrying every bit of food to nutrition to others, cells living in the body, taking away the oxygen, taking away the carbon dioxide, throwing away, feeding the all this is done by labor class, running from here to there and supplying and giving, throwing away the waste. All this is done. Most important part in the society is this Shudra. It is given the place of foot of the Lord. Foot is there, it will move, society moves. If foot is not there, there will be stagnancy. If labor is not there, we can't move the society. Society can never grow. Brain manager alone cannot do anything, nor the articles which come and go. But most important part in the society is labor. Everybody is dependent on this labor. Labor themselves are interdependent. And you see, these 4 classes will be there. And if they now Kshatriya, look at their spirit. Suppose he marries a Brahmana, what would be the progeny? Brahmana is weak and sneak physically. Intellectually he is very strong. The moment he sees an enemy, he will run away. The next progeny. By name he is Rathore and Thakur. But what happens, you see? This is called a particular breed-like thing is maintained in a society. So these people, just you see the horses, race horses and all, how they preserve. It is protected from all types of mingling. Now this Lipton or the red mark tea, Brook Bond, how they are maintaining from almost century, more than a century, same taste till today. The tea I tasted in my childhood is still tasting the same. How they maintain that standard. This is the main thing of maintaining a breed, a class. In society, all these are independently required because of their capability. His guna and karma. What is his quality and what is he doing? A labor may not be intellectually strong, but is skilled. The skill cannot be used in any other system. Is now carpentry or electrical line drawing, machinery maintenance, all these are labor. They have their own skills. The skilly people cannot manage the. When I went to West, I saw all these Westerners. They are all managerial quality. To do the labor work, they are not possible and not prepared. All intellectual are imported. All physical labor is imported. They belong. Now, this to maintain, if they get intermixed, a kind of all will be jack of all and master of none. So a kind of society comes into picture, unfit for anything. He can neither fight nor become intellectual to explain the secrets of nature or this one, or enter into research. All becomes like a mixed race, the whole human system. So this is called Varna Sankara. So this Varna Sankara comes into picture, and there will be social. You see, even when we were studying the history, when the dark days of the West come, after the fall of the Roman Empire, you see how was the situation for 1,000 years almost. The churches were struggling, got split also. How the Roman Empire got split, and then how it collapsed. The same state is going to be reached. This is what Arjuna is telling, and it is true. And this is this. The next, Jayate Varna Sankara, next sloka will be Sankara Naraka Eva Kulagnanam Kulasya Cha Patanti Pitaro Hesham Lupta Pindodaka Kriyaha. Sankara, when these come up, whose father is who, whose grandfather is who, how they'll, and the annual offerings we were doing to those people are given up. Why should we do, when we remember our great ancestors? Why do we offer food and all these things to people? They passed away. My grandfather, great grandfather, we call Pitru. The Pitrus have gone away. Even my father has gone away and I'm almost out of my memory. So, what we are offering, rice balls and water, where are they? Your food is here, you offered is fallen there, you go and live in the river, fishes eat and go away. Where did the forefathers got? We are doing it to remember them, periodical, again and again, every year, with the memory of our great ancestors. We remember the ideal they lived. It is not for them only. We are not offering them. We are clearly recollecting as if they are living. It gives us living presence of our ancestors. When I offer food, yesterday I went for Ganesh Chaturthi Puja somewhere, or day before. So when after the main offering, the leaves were kept for Ganesha, his parents, mother and father, Shiva and Parvati. And it was, whole things were served physically. Many wonder, does God eat it? But one who is serving and the seats are kept, the thing is served, they will put usually rangoli and all that and make it as if God is eating, to feel His living presence, to feel His living presence. Some may, that ecstatic love of God may appear there also for him alone, who has that great faith and love. Yes, I am here. Don't doubt me. Like Thakur says, what Naren, even now are you doubting? The one who was Rama, one who was Krishna is there in this body now as Ramakrishna. So like that, but how that living presence was felt. Same way, when we offer to Pitrus, we feel the living presence. And if we are linked by consciousness, they feel relieved of, they don't know Why? They feel joy. Because we are linked through. And this offering, living presence, how my father lived. What all the ideals he maintained. How, for what ideal did he sacrifice his life? For telling truth, for serving others with love, to be unselfish, to love of God, love of humanity. What ideal did he keep? How he followed the highest human values, telling truth throughout the life, not having greed, lust, all this, looking after all as my own. These values, when we remember a person, we remember all his qualities also. That's why we are invoking the real living presence of those people. And when we offer, oh, my great grandfathers onwards, they all lived this life. I too, it inspires me to live the same life. It is my family tradition to live that way. A Vaishnava family, how the Vaishnavas lived, Goswamis, the Shaktas, how the Shaktas lived, Vedantins, how the Shankaracharya and all Vedantins they lived. How the family tradition, this is called family tradition, Kula Dharma. When this Kula Dharma is, these people we are offering the Pinda and Udaka, when they get, they are deprived of it, I don't know whom to offer, what to do. This stops off, the ideas also get vanished from our society itself. So, Patanti Pitaro Hesha, these people who have been responsible for destruction of Kula and Kula Dharma, their ancestors will be deprived of, and these people will start moving as and where as the wind flows. Sometimes this side, sometimes they spend their life and go away. So we see Arjuna's point, he is pointing to the consequences of war. When great ideal is being maintaining or living, warriors are dead. The higher human values followed and preserved by them also perish. This leads to social uncontrolled living, unrighteous living, irreligious living, and human identity. Who am I? My identity, interconnectedness, which is remembered, which is brought into actuality and preserved through the generation, is by repetitive, annually offering again and again. Every year I am offering Pindodaka to my parents or grandfathers, forefathers. That reminds, oh, what is my identity? How I am connected to that lineage, and what are my duties? This is what we see. Offering food and water means it is not just offering food and water and coming away. No. It is remembering the life and ideals and values they lived for. Now this we see how the living presence is felt, how the ideals are brought into picture, and how we dedicate it to. And these are going to be destroyed. Eventually the most sanctifying cult, when we come to this stage, each one is living according to his whims and fancies. The most important, most sanctifying procedure or institution of marriage, which imparts purity and imparts peace to the society and one's own self, goes away. And this sacred institution of marriage, which it is a it represents a highly evolved state of human existence. When this is disturbed, the animal would slowly sneaks in. How it slowly, like a snout, sneaks through some hole and enters the other side, you see. Like that, adharma enters into the whole thing. Then you see the might is right of the animal nature comes into picture, and the whole society. Anybody can live with anybody or many people as long as they want, and in whatever they way in they want with physical relationships. And when enough of it, they just discard and go away without any obligation to any person or to society. How that society would be, just imagine and see. It would be great chaos, and you cannot imagine what would be only ghouls and ghosts, and these things will be as if it's a society place we have come where beasts are there. Ghouls means who steal away the dead bodies from the coffins and dwell on the dead bodies, ghouls. Such ghosts and ghouls and beasts living a society. Swamiji says about it. What happens if Hinduism or the righteousness, dharma is gone? What would be the state? This kind of society we'll see. And the leaders of the society, the governance, the kings who come out will be from the same society. They encourage this. Yes, anybody can live with anybody as long as they want, and part and go away. What would be that society? This is called Varna Sankara. We are actually, to some extent, we are seeing this picture, what is happening in the social structure of the whole world. Everywhere, slowly that adharma is again coming up. And this is, imagine this type of society. Word is there in English, pandemonium, where there will be wild disorder and then uproar. Save me, another fight, catch and take away, loot. These uproars will be there, and this will be the state. And the whole thing, it is how true you see. The Arjuna is not telling something false or something imaginary. He is telling every bit truth what would be happening, the consequences of the war. But he is applying in a wrong place under wrong circumstances. Now, though it is true, the situation is not that where it can be applied. Now, adharmis are there who are to be eliminated from the society. If they were virtuous people, same thing, warfield would have been a worship place, worshipping them all. Now they are like cancer in a body. They are to be, though we should not hurt the body, anybody's body, but doctors, with all love and compassion, they amputate that part which cancer has already possessed. Like that, it has to be eliminated now. So this is the gist of this one. So we must be wise to know the truth and applying things in right place at right time. Even if it is late, it cannot. The cancer, if it is left uncontrolled, it will take away the life. Stitch in time saves nine. So we, in our life, just always whatever you do, what will be its parinama? Always look at the parinama and follow what. And if you are dependent on God, love nature, intuitively the answer comes, do this, don't do this. You will not have a problem, nor you fall into the rut of karmic load. No more karmas if you depend on God and love this nature. Okay, this much for today. Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhritavigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamedhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namami.